Hello and welcome to the channel. News broke out last week that President-elect Bola Tinubu had a meeting with fellow contestants in the just concluded presidential election, Rabiu Kwakwanso of the New Nigeria People's Party (NNPP) in Paris. Now, information reaching us is that Kwakwanso, who is expected to form part of Tinubu's government, is already whispering in his ear on how to go about governing the country and specifically made a suggestion Tinubu is about to take up. Details coming right up. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. Thank you. 10th NAS leadership. Tinubu and Kwakwanso Paris Palais may alter permutations. Ahead of the June 13 inauguration of the 10th National Assembly, there are indications that last week's Paris, France meeting of the president-elect Asiwaju Bola Tinubu and the presidential candidate of the New Nigeria People's Party (NNPP), Senator Rabiu Kwakwanso, may alter the zoning formula for presiding officers. The zoning of presiding officers for the 10th National Assembly by the All Progressives Congress (APC) has generated hate within the party. The APC had zoned the Senate presidency to the south-south and the speakership of the House of Representatives to the northwest. The party also zoned the deputy Senate presidency to the northwest and deputy speakership to the southeast. Vanguard was reliably informed that following agitations against the Northwest producing two presiding offices, Kwakwanso urged Tinubu to revisit the zoning arrangements. Tinubu and Kwakwanso had met in Paris, the capital of France, last week for talks. Though details of the Paris meeting were not officially disclosed, multiple sources told Vanguard that the president-elect may have agreed to revisit the zoning formula put in place earlier by the party's NWC. A lawmaker-elect who spoke to Vanguard on condition of anonymity said, "Our outing today at the APC headquarters was very encouraging, and we are more determined to drive home our point that Tajuddin Abbas possesses the qualities to lead us. But there are several areas we need to strengthen up if reports coming from the Defense House are anything to go by. I mean the task force and unity group will still maintain the lead." For instance, since the meeting between the president-elect and Kwakwanso in Paris, there have been speculations that Governor Umar Ganduje of Kano State was angry. It was just this morning we were told why he was very livid. We were informed that one of the conditions Kwakwanso gave Tinubu was to take away the position of Deputy Senate President from Kano to the North Central, since there are serious agitations against having two presiding offices in one zone. It is unfortunate that the president-elect accepted that suggestion and agreed to revisit the zoning formula put in place earlier. By implication, Senator Jibrin Barra will be sacrificed if the North Central is now compensated with the Deputy Senate President position. We know it is Senator Sani Musa they are prodding, but is it even beyond that? Because the reports from the Senator Yari camp are disturbing too. The man is well equipped in terms of resources, and mind you, he is not alone in the game to stop Godswill Akpabio. Senator Orji Uzo Kalu is there too. If it happens by mistake that Yari wins, our hurdles will increase because we cannot put the two presiding offices in the north, and by implication, we will return to the whole Muslim angle we were running away from if we now insist on Abbas, another Muslim, and a northerner. So, our plan now is to ensure we are in one accord to go into the chamber because we cannot say exactly what the chamber will dictate, but in case of any unexpected event, we will nominate a southerner who is a strong supporter of Abbas to take the share of the lower chamber. We are not short of people, so the opposition cannot take anything from us. We will go to the south-south, and we have the likes of Professor Julius Ihon Bere, who is well respected by all. We can immediately put him forward to balance the whole thing as a plan B. Meanwhile, The national chairman of the APC, Abdullahi Adamu, yesterday cautioned members-elect in the Joint Task Committee against referring to the party-backed candidate Tajuddin Abbas as Speaker, saying he must go through an election to earn the title. Adamu gave the warning when Abbas led his team of supporters under the aegis of the Joint Task Committee on a courtesy visit to the National Working Committee (NWC) in Abuja. Addressing the delegation, Adamu said, "I want to make one correction so that we will not be misrepresented. Quite a number of you have referred to Abbas as the Speaker. Please, he is one of the aspirants. He will become Speaker on the day of the proclamation of the Assembly. The laws guiding that office are very clear. He will hand that on the day of the proclamation by the President and Commander-in-Chief. The clerk to the National Assembly will conduct the election. There is no option other than the election. When he comes out of that election, they raise his hand and he is sworn in as the Speaker." That nomenclature becomes most appropriate. Wait, continue doing your good work. On his part, Abbas, who thanked the party for choosing him and his colleagues, said they would do all within their powers to protect the interests of the party, the government, and the Nigerian populace. He urged Adamu to help convince other contestants to align with the position of the party. Asked if he was aware of any plan to alter the zoning formula, Abbas said, "To the best of our knowledge, the party is resolute on its earlier decision to sustain the announcement made earlier." Subscribe, like, share, comment, and please turn the notification bell on. Thank you. In related news, indications have emerged that some stalwarts of the All Progressives Congress (APC) and President-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu may delay the elections of presiding officers of the incoming 10th National Assembly. According to leadership, the proclamation instrument to be issued by the President to the clerk to the National Assembly (CNA) Sani Magaji Tambuwal for the inauguration of the new assembly might be temporarily withheld on the D-Day if the present stalemate in the numbers of lawmakers-elect backing the anointed candidates of the APC in both chambers of the 10th National Assembly on one hand and the ones supporting those insisting on contesting for the presiding offices against the ruling party's directive persists. The APC NWC had picked Godswill Akpabio Akwa Ibom South-South for the President of the Senate, Jibrin Barau Kano Northwest for the Deputy President of the Senate, Tajuddin Abbas Kaduna Northwest for the Speaker, House of Representatives, and Benjamin Kalu Abia Southeast for the Deputy Speaker. That's the news, guys. Thanks for listening. Until next time, bye.